My name's Frank. I'm 68, retired bus driver, just me in this too-quiet house now. Every Tuesday at 10 a.m., I go to the CVS on Elm Street for my blood pressure pills. Same time, same counter. Felt like the only thing holding me together. One Tuesday, I saw her. An old woman, maybe 85, standing frozen by the pharmacy counter. Her hands shook as she held a tiny prescription bottle. She squinted hard, turning it like a puzzle. Her eyes were wet. I just can't read these numbers, she whispered to no one. The pharmacist was busy ringing up a guy buying gum. Nobody looked at her. Something in my chest cracked. I walked over. "Need a hand, ma'am?" She startled. "Oh, young man, would you... It's my heart medicine. My son got it for me, but..." Her voice broke. "I'm scared to take the wrong thing. He works so hard. I don't want to trouble him again." I read the label. 1 pill daily. Do not crush. Simple. But her relief when I told her? Like I'd given her water in a desert. She patted my arm. "Bless you. Nobody stops anymore. Feels like I'm invisible." I sat with her till her name was called. She told me her name was Margaret. She lived alone since her daughter moved cross-country for a job. "Used to teach kindergarten," she said, eyes brightening. "Kids always saw me." Next Tuesday, I brought a cheap magnifying glass from the dollar store. Margaret was there. When she saw me, she grinned like I'd brought her a birthday cake. We sat in those hard plastic chairs. She showed me drawings her grandkids mailed. I told her about driving the 42 bus for 30 years, the rowdy teens, the regulars who'd saved me coffee. For the first time since my wife died, the quiet in my chest felt softer. Then something happened. A young mom with a fussy toddler noticed us. She sat down beside Margaret while waiting for her prescription. "Your grandkids' art is amazing," she said. Margaret beamed. The mom stayed 10 minutes, laughing with her. The next week, the pharmacist, Maria, who usually never smiled, brought Margaret a cup of tea. "On the house," she said quietly. "You always come so early. Must get lonely." I started doing something small, 5 minutes. When I picked up my pills, I'd find one person sitting alone and talk for just 5 minutes. An old man staring at his shoes. I asked about his fishing hat. A tired nurse rubbing her temples. I thanked her for her work. Sometimes they'd just nod. Sometimes they'd talk for an hour. People began doing it too. The guy who owned the hardware store started chatting with Mr. Brooks, who'd sit there every week looking lost. A teenager waiting for her mom began reading magazines out loud to Mr. Davis, who was going blind. No signs, no rules, just noticing each other. Then I got pneumonia. 3 weeks in bed. Felt useless again. On my first Tuesday back, weak but walking, I pushed open the CVS door. Margaret rushed over, hugging me tight. Behind her stood Maria, the hardware guy, the teen, even Mr. Davis with his cane. They'd set up a little table near the waiting chairs. On it, a stack of big print prescription labels, a box of cheap reading glasses, and a handwritten sign. "Stuck? Ask for a 5-minute friend. We're all waiting for something." Maria handed me a cup of tea. "Margaret's been running the show," she said. "She brought soup to that new widow on Oak Street last week. Said you'd want her to." Tears burned my eyes. Not sad tears, warm ones. Margaret squeezed my hand. "You showed us how, Frank. We just kept going." Now, the CVS waiting area is the busiest spot in town, not for pills, but for people. Nurses swap shifts with a hug. Kids draw pictures for the lonely. Maria prints big labels for free. It's not perfect. Some days are quiet, but nobody sits invisible anymore. I still miss my wife something fierce. But Margaret was right that first day. We all need to be seen, not fixed, not given things, just noticed. Like we matter. Turns out, the best medicine isn't in a bottle. It's right here, in the space between hello and goodbye, and it's free for anyone.